talk about you've got two events that I'm really interested in. Life Spark is one, which you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Now that's on the Sunday.
It's a Sunday afternoon show between 3 and 6 p.m. and we put on two bands that do a 45-minute set each, and it's free entry, but it's also all ages and licensed, which is a fairly rare combination. Mm-hmm. So it means that bands that have already kind of done their thing in the indie scene, like particularly playing the Valley circuit, and even interstate bands who've made a name for themselves nationally. Quite often they'll have fans who can't go to a gig at 11:30 at night in a licensed venue in the Valley because they've got kids or other responsibilities. And we found that this environment here provides a really good space for them to come, and we've got little kids doing interpretive dance at the in front of the stage, and the parents and sometimes the grandparents also in the same room. And the challenge has been to program styles of music that will not scare off any of those people and actually make them interested, even though it's a really broad demographic. But it's been working so far, so it's good.
And as you mentioned before too, for anyone who is not familiar with the area, New Farm, where the powerhouse is, there's parks.
It's right near the park,
There's rivers, you were saying before, kids and everyone go and have a play during the day, and then they come over here and the parents can hang out.
Really well. And also I think it helps that it's such a lovely space because I love the Valley, but it's not clean. Yeah. And I think a lot of people reach a certain point that they just, if you're really in the mood to party, go to the Valley and, put on your stamina and
wake up the next morning at 9 a.m.
But if you just want to go and watch a band in a low pressure environment that actually feels quite comfortable, this is perfect. Mm-hmm.
And you've also got, you also have the Residence?
We have, the Residence is a spin-off event that's it's a Friday evening residency, which one band per month does every Friday evening, and it happens in the time slot between. It's basically after work drinks for people who are music fans, and it happens just before. There's theatres in here as well that have ticketed events that happen straight afterwards. So it's just using that little time slot for original artists, just give them an extra little gig, and a lot of people are using it for CD launches and things like that.
And I guess you got that traffic coming through, after work, before work, going into performances.
I think. Again, it's right on the river. It's a beautiful place to come for a drink. So I think people are more and more actually just catch the ferry over or catch the bus over, and it's a nice, pleasant place to wind down at the end of the week, and you get to see some cool music. So,
Well, Jo, thank you very much for inviting us down here. I mean, there's so much information to take in there, but it's such an amazing. Such an amazing setup, and to have the Powerhouse as your platform to...
I feel very lucky.
As your canvas to paint on is just amazing.
Yeah.
If anyone out there hasn't had a look at brispop.com, go check it out. It is an amazing website, database. Everything is there as we've just been discussing. And if you're a touring band that's watching this overseas, or if you're someone that's looking to come up to the East Coast, brispop.com. You'll probably see Jo here. You will see Jo here.
I'm here taking photos most weekends.
All the time. And make sure you say hello to her, buy her a drink, and get onto it. It's an amazing concept, and it's hitting 10 years next year. So
we'll do a big 10-year party, actually.
Anything that's going for 10 years is going to just keep going.
In fact, there's a nice correlation in that Powerhouse are having their 10-year anniversary next year as well. So we're going to do a big gig.
Well, I think we might have to come up and cover that.
I think you might need to do that, I think that'd be cool.
We'll definitely come up and cover that. All right, Jo, well, thank you very much for joining us. Brispop.com, we'll put all the information up on the screen. Cool. It's Rock City Networks at the Powerhouse. Let's go to the bar for a drink.
Good.